Caitriona Balfe reveals the truth her child is not Sam Heughan's. On a busy London afternoon, Caitriona Balfe stepped out of the studio with a heavy heart. The thick dark coat could not hide the melancholy look on her face. Behind every smile she gave to her fans was a deep secret she had kept hidden for nearly 3 years, a truth that, if exposed, could destroy the entire image of a screen goddess that the British press had once praised. She opened her phone. The photo her assistant had just sent made Caitriona's hand tremble. In the photo was her and a strange man, standing in front of a hotel in Geneva. Someone had taken a photo of that moment from afar and posted it on social media. H is back. Her heart stopped for a moment. That man, Adrien, a French filmmaker who collaborated with her on an independent film project in 2019. Few people knew that their relationship had once crossed professional boundaries, just for one night. Part 2. A Fateful Day in Venice. In 2019, Caitriona was at the peak of her career as Claire Fraser in Outlander. She had just won a prestigious BAFTA award, and Sam Heughan, her co-star, was sought after by the whole Hollywood. The press and fans were always speculating about their fake love story, but Caitriona knew clearly, they were best friends, confidants, but never lovers. When Adrien invited her to participate in the film L'Enfant de l'Ombre, Caitriona had no idea that it was the trip to Venice to discuss the script that would be where everything began to change. That night, over a few glasses of red wine and soft classical music playing in the hotel bar, Adrien told her about the son he had never met, a tragic love affair with an actress who died in a car accident. There was something in his eyes that made Caitriona feel a strange connection. She couldn't explain why, but that night, for the first time in years, she let her heart lead the way. Part 3. The Baby and the Secret. 3 months later, Caitriona learned she was pregnant. She didn't tell Adrien, nor did she tell Sam. In a moment of confusion between her career, her fame, and the expectations of her fans, she chose to remain silent. The media was completely distracted by the news of Caitriona's surprise wedding to Tony McGill, an Irish music producer. Few people knew that the marriage was hastily arranged, as a perfect shield to hide the truth. The baby in her womb was not Sam Heughan's, and certainly not Tony's. Only one person knew everything: her mother. She cried when Caitriona confessed everything on a cold winter evening in Dublin. "You can't keep it a secret forever, my dear. One day, the truth will come out." Caitriona hugged her mother for a long time, but in her heart, the fear still burned. Part 4. Sam's suspicions. Sam Heughan was not naive. He loved Caitriona, but he always felt that something was wrong after she gave birth. Although she kept saying that baby Jude, a tiny boy with curly hair and grey eyes, looked exactly like Tony, Sam felt wrong. One time, when the crew was taking a lunch break on the set of Outlander Season 7, Sam accidentally heard Caitriona calling in French. Her voice was whispering, her eyes were bewildered. When she saw him, she quickly hung up. "When did you learn French?" Sam asked, half jokingly. She smiled, very lightly. "Since that movie with Adrien, remember? Just a little refresher." Sam didn't ask further, but in his heart, a question mark began to grow. Part 5. The Unexpected Letter. In April 2025, an anonymous letter was sent to the editorial office of Elle UK magazine, where Caitriona often appeared on the cover. The letter contained a DNA photo proving Tony McGill was not Jude's biological father. Immediately, the rumor spread like wildfire. Hundreds of articles appeared, social media sites exploded with the hashtag who's the father. Caitriona's spokesperson was silent. Sam didn't say anything either. But Adrien, now in New York, made a shocking statement. "I have never regretted that night in Venice. And if Jude were my son, I would take responsibility. When LUK first published the interview and Adrien Duval's statement, social media exploded. Within 24 hours, the hashtags #Balfe scandal and #Duval DNA trended worldwide. Loyal Outlander fans were divided. One side believed Caitriona had a right to privacy, that no one should interfere in her family affairs. The other was outraged. They felt betrayed after years of believing in the perfect couple image between her and Sam. The press was like sharks smelling blood. Paparazzi swarmed Caitriona's London home, swarming the nursery school where Jude attended. One day, she carried her son out of the school gates and caught the camera less than 5 meters away. Caitriona, is Adrien the real father? Are you cheating on Sam? Will you lose custody? Jude burst into tears. She rushed to her car, her heart pounding. That night, in the quiet apartment, Caitriona sat by her son's bed, looking at his sleeping face. She whispered, "It's not your fault. I'm the one who chose to stay silent. But now I will protect you, whatever I can." Part 7. A letter to Sam. Soon after that, Sam Heughan received an envelope from his manager. Inside was a handwritten letter in an unmistakable handwriting. From Caitriona, Sam. "You're the best friend I've ever had. The one who understood me, put up with me, protected me, for so many years. But there's one thing I've never dared to say, not because I didn't trust you, but because I was afraid of losing our friendship, afraid of being looked at differently. Jude wasn't your child, and he wasn't Tony's either. I know you had doubts. I saw it in your eyes. And now that it's all out in the open, I just want to say sorry. If you're mad, I understand. If you don't want to be my friend anymore, I understand. But I pray that one day, when the storm has passed, we can still sit down and call each other family." Sam read the letter over and over again until the morning light shone through the window. He wasn't angry, he wasn't resentful, but he felt a great sense of regret rising. "I wish I'd told you sooner," he thought. I wish. Part 8. Adrien appears. A week later, Adrien Duval flew to London. The media was relentless, but the first thing he did was go see Caitriona, not in a 5-star hotel or a movie set, but in a small cafe in Notting Hill. Caitriona was waiting. She was wearing a simple white shirt, no makeup. When she saw him again, her eyes were no longer fearful, but calm. "Are you sure?" she asked. "More than sure," Adrien replied, softly but firmly. "I don't need money. I don't need fame. I just need silence." Adrien shook his head. "I don't need anything. I just want Jude to know that he has a father, someone who can protect him if I can't anymore." Caitriona looked deep into Adrien's eyes. For the first time in years, she saw the old light, but now with the responsibility of a father, not the desire of a lover. "We'll do the test," she said. "If the results are right, you can be near him. But that doesn't mean you can be near me. We're not in Venice anymore." Adrien smiled. "Just being a father is enough for me." Part 9. The final results. The DNA results arrived 3 days later. The letter confirmed Adrien Duval was Jude Balfe's biological father. With nothing left to hide, Caitriona decided to go public, this time with her own mouth. In a short Instagram video, Caitriona sat in front of the camera, unedited and unfiltered. She told the whole story, from Venice to Jude, to the silence and the fear, to her gratitude to Sam and Adrien's courage. "This is not a story I'm proud of. But it's true, and I'm telling it today, so my son doesn't have to grow up hiding." Millions of views, millions of comments, most of them sympathetic, some still judgmental. But at least this time, the truth is no longer hidden behind the stage curtains.